everybody. Welcome to a Misfit Artist sketch time. Gonna do some warm-ups. I'm about to storyboard some hit cam shots, and I just wanted to hop on and make a video because this week got hectic, as many weeks do, but we're trying to be better about uploading videos like we used to, so that's what we're doing. If anyone's curious, one of the reasons that this week got a little extra hectic is because Ace and I are going to be going to a martial arts seminar over in Pittsburgh. We're going to be able to get some, not one-on-one time, but some good time with one of the big headmasters from South Korea, which obviously isn't something you can do all the time. We also I've started, Ace came with, but had a little tummy ache. I started sparring some with, an SCA chapter here in Columbus. Do not ask me what SCA stand for. It's not a great acronym, I don't think. But it's a historical fencing group, basically. So we get to play with rapiers, some daggers, all sorts of fun stuff. But yeah, for here, in this video, I'm just going to do some poses, some general warm-up stuff, and set myself a little timer. And we're just going to have some fun. Would love for anyone to leave some comments and everything. What kind of tutorials you want to do. I want to but continue doing learning from masters. We have a animation one of those where I study Spencer Wan a little bit. But if there's other illustration styles that you want me to go over, I'd be super down for that. I also kind of want to talk about some creative vibes that we're going through at the moment. We're loving working on HitCam. We loved working on the collaboration with our good friend Rap Dudes. We do want to do other things besides HitCam, but I don't know, there's this little bump in the road of just feeling like, oh wow, well HitCam's not taking off super well, so should we be diving into other stuff as much? Will it benefit us to branch out? Should we just make HitCam really good? Should we feel like HitCam isn't working? These are things that, you comic artists, indie game devs, I'm sure you all feel similar way about your projects. And none of this is saying that we are gonna stop working on HitCam or anything. Like, I love it. I'm so excited for it to continue going. But I want to do some cyberpunk stuff. Like that Captain Laserhawk movie came out recently. I have some really fun SCP ideas that I want to play with, and I mean, we've talked about this before. Maybe we'll do some more comic stuff, but again, we want HitCam to be so good, and that means that we have to dedicate a lot of time to it, which we're not really against. We're trying to think of a little punch pose here, but it just makes things a little hard because you only have so much time. But that's why I do want to ask you guys, what you want to see. And if you're new to this, if this is your first Misfit Artist video, sorry, you chose a weird one, but I want to hear from people that aren't, haven't been with us since day one, because I want to know what we need to work on to get you guys to stick around. Should we? The answer might just simply be we need to do more of those fan animations. Yeah, and I'm down for that. We even have ideas for those kind of bouncing around. It's just, again, time and everything gets onto us. So, yeah, there's that. Markets have been really weird lately because I feel like we've gotten into our groove really well. However, we are now getting towards the end of convention season, or not convention season, but market season, and we don't have a lot of big comic book conventions here in Ohio, or at least not that we have access to easily. There's other ones that I think will happen in spring and everything, so we have to kind of wait for those. But it's getting colder. Not too many people want to come out into the cold to look at your weird, fan art. So that gives you a kind of a weird feeling. But we're still rolling. No one's given up. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to reawaken some of my art school vibes. As you can see, I'm using a very thick pen to sketch with, and I think that's really nice. A lot of my teachers always said don't worry about opacity shifts on your pens. Be confident in your line work. And I like that idea. I really, really do. So, and when you're doing that, feel free to, don't necessarily use it as a replacement for opacities, but play with the idea of a thick next to a thin. Have them intersect with each other, or even like flat out kind of become each other. I mean, like that right there, there's something really fun about that. Wrong thing. You know, you can kind of use it to continue drawing attention and emphasis to things. Yeah, always, because again, art drawing is a lot of contrast, so if you're drawing a hand even maybe, and come in here, that was a weird little thumb guy. You can have like your finger that's most overlapping your other fingies, maybe be a little bit darker. So you can see the outside is thicker while the inside is thinner. But you can also go the other way. So that kind of gets into, there's some different logic some people like to have. Like for me, I really like a really thick outline for my characters. I think that's so much fun. But a lot of people prefer to have a thinner outline and darken up the parts that intersect or overlap on a character. Or like the more in the center you get, the darker things will get. And I mean, it's hard to say if one way is actually better than the other, because it's just style at that point. Here, we have that there. But yeah, I think we'll actually wrap up a little early there. I feel ready to start busting into some HitCam storyboards. I do have some ideas for some Clip Studio tutorials to come at you guys soon. Like I said, we have an animation time lapse that we're going to throw at you soon. That just, I think, might take a little bit more editing than I wanted to do right now. But yeah, and if you're interested, leave a comment. If you want to see pictures from our sword and martial arts adventures, like, we're down. We just don't want to annoy people. They don't want to see us swinging swords around. And I don't want this to turn into a sword or martial arts tutorial channel. I love teaching martial arts. I do. If you throw me a rec center around town, and I'll go nuts. But I'm not going to teach martial arts online. I've seen people that do it, and some people do it well. Sellsword Arts, great channel. I love his attitude about it all. There are other channels which I will not list that I think handle it very irresponsibly, and just, it's a weird vibe overall, and that's not how we want to be. But if you want to see us doing martial arts for drawing reference, if you want to hear some stories, we'll share stories. But we're not going to sit here and tell you, okay, do XYZ drills to get better at swordsmanship. Here's what to do in a fight. That's just not a kind of channel that I want to make. If there's a group out there that would like to discuss, maybe they'll do that. But either way, if that's something you want to see, whether it's for drawing reference or just hearing a cool story, maybe we can make a comic about some of our sword adventures. Because that's actually an idea I just had recently was, again, I want to come up with these kind of shorter, simpler ideas that just aren't HitCam, get some other creative juices flowing. I would love to do kind of almost a slice of life, but like crazy urban fantasy sci-fi adventure of a kid going on an adventure to get strong, be a monster slayer. Because they always say, create from your personal feelings, your personal life, and I've always wanted to get stronger, and I've always wanted to be a swordsman and a fighter, so maybe that would be something fun. It's just like some kid traveling around just trying to get good. You know, it could go like the One Punch Man route where the comedy is that he's just naturally so good at swinging a sword, or just like comedy could be gets the crap beat out of him. I always want to infuse monsters or crazy, not fancy nonsense in there somehow, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So, hope you all are having a good day and enjoyed this little chat time. Bye.